Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Surviving Mars. I'm Maximum Dad, and yeah, we're continuing this colony. We're about to start work on another dome here. One thing I wanted to point out is that we're almost done with the water conservation system, which should cut our water use by a considerable margin. Um, and then I also planned out this whole bank of solar panels, so we can really keep kicking up that research because we only have one research lab, and we're starting to lose some people due to natural causes. Because our seniors can work, we have that breakthrough, thankfully. Um, so yeah, we're waiting to get this drone hub built. Once this is built, I can move this rover out of the way and do some other things. And then yeah. So what I did then too was I turned off the filter because we had some unemployed colonists that need jobs. And instead of letting them sit there and do nothing, I figured I'd open up the electronics factory so they could start working here. So I did that. Let's see, we got a couple. Now let's move you there. And then let's move you here. And then my plan was, once this drone hub gets built, we build this dome, and then we turn this into a science dome, so we can really get that research going. Building these solar panels will help too, and we can get a lot of excess power. So now our research is about to kick over, so let's open up our water surplus, and we should just see the water demand jump down pretty good. I mean, we're producing a lot of water, but the demand should go down quite a bit.
Research complete.
Yeah, so it went from 7.4, I believe. Oh. Well. Oh, that's just the domes.
Anomaly analyzed.
Still, every little bit helps.
There's more
Got some new. So we got some of these social texts. That's fine. And we're just slowly making our way through the tech tree. So we got 1,500 excess power. Once it gets to like late day, that should bump up. And then kids are learning some stuff here. But the problem is they turn into no specialization people. So we need to get this dome. Or maybe I put it in here. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put the university here. I'm going to put another nursery there, another nursery there. And then another school. Turn that around. Another playground. That way, once the kids grow up and they become, what's it called? Youths. Once they become youths, they'll live in the living quarters, and then they'll train how to be, whatever they want to be, or whatever I tell them that they're going to be. And then so once they graduate from university, they'll go live in whatever dome they need to be, depending on what their career is. So that should be nice. Yeah. This just needs more metal, which I'm using it pretty much all here. So where is all my stored metal? It says I have 800. I wondered if it's stored. Yeah, so I think it's stored in all of these, which I don't have like near me. So I actually don't have a whole lot of metal stored near my base. So I need to get transporting all of this back to my base. So I think by deleting those, it should encourage my transport to grab those piles and send them back. Don't need this anymore. Now, one thing you can do, if you so choose, because I know it can be quite annoying to have to click on a building, and in order to like make a modification to it, you click again. Like for something you want done quite a number of times, like how I was just salvaging those metals depot, you can bind the salvage button to a keybind, and then that way you just click on this, and then in order to delete it, you just use it for your keybind. I think salvage is automatically set to delete, but you can bind it to whatever you want, and I find it useful for like power. So if I want to turn off a bunch of power buildings that are like different from each other, I just I bound it to X, so I don't have to like keep clicking on stuff and then click up here, click back, click here. So that's useful. Let's see. Machine parts. Electronics went down, but that's because I did. So yeah, the Martian University, they don't take sanity damage for attending school at night. So yeah, we need a lot of engineers.
Sector scan.
So I do want. I'm gonna click off youths because once the child grows up, they'll live here until they learn, what they want to be. We'll see how that filter works out. We may have to adjust it later.
Cable fault reported.
Fine, where's my transport? It says trying to recharge but insufficient power. Like I've power out the wazoo. I don't know. I do not know. How's our water storage doing? Although the dust storm will be over in 4 hours, so we should be fine. I'm going to leave this little spit of power cable here so that when the transport comes down, you can just charge there. And you get drones going. Maybe I send a shipment of drones. Let's do 20. That way we can send back a shipment of rare metals. Get some more water. Get some more money. See, resilient architecture. Yeah. Less maintenance is always a good thing. And this is almost built. Wait, no, I don't. Let's see how this plays out. If there's, I think he's dumping because there was a storage depot here. But with it gone, I'm wondering what he'll do. We need some medics.
Sector scanned.
We only have one, yeah. Okay, so this is built, so I can move this guy away. I'm gonna park him here just to help out with the solar panels. But yeah, no, I think we're hurting on metals. Maybe I help the transport out. So let's put a depot here. And then let's bring this guy over here. So, okay, where are you dumping? Oh, he's gonna come over here and dump. No, let's change that. Let's go. There, and let's manually assign you for a while. And come over here. Let's do that, just so we can get, yeah, because I just don't think we have any metals in this immediate area. Like all our 790, most of our 796 are just waiting to be picked up. And I'm not going to manually assign these drones, because once the rocket takes off, they will automatically find the nearest drone hub and go there. So I'm just going to wait till they go to the drone hub, and then you can dismantle the drones in one drone hub and then construct them in another drone hub. So it's a good way to shift drones around if need be. You guys aren't doing anything, so let's turn this on. Let's get another extractor. Let's get an extractor going. Let's see.
Vehicle battery low.
You can go back.
Sector scanned.
And then I think our next rocket will be passengers. Yeah, see, look, all these drones go to this one now. So we don't need 35 here. Let's do 25. And then we'll do 10. And let's do 10 here. See how that goes.
Cable fault reported.
We're almost done with resilient architecture. Yeah, nice. So yeah, so now we got it so that when the kids grow up from their nurseries, then they still live in this dome, and they go to university and learn how to be engineers and doctors and geologists, which is bringing you back back down to one shift since looks like we only have 3. Now, youths do benefit from like going to a grocer or a diner for like prepared meals. But since they're only going to be in this dome to learn how to be what they're going to be, it's not that important that they get fed well. Yeah. So not that big of a deal. Plus, once they graduate, they'll move out of this dome into another dome that actually has a grocer. Almost done with resilient architecture. Okay, let's see. How much?
Sector scan.
It's almost 1800 excess power for research. Pretty darn nice.
Funding received. Research complete.
Yeah, only 4 more sections to scan. Again, we won't find anything because it's all mountains. There's really nothing in mountains. Or nothing that we can access. Maybe they might add something like that in a future DLC or something. Who knows? Maybe we need to add more housing to kind of jumpstart the birth rate. But, I mean, we've got plenty of housing open already, so... Yeah, no, I don't think we need to do that. Yeah, now I want to put a water reclamation system in this one. I may want to put a sanatorium in this one and then get the upgrade for it to like replace removed traits or removed flaws with traits. I don't know what I'd want to put in here though. Maybe an arcology and then delete the living quarters and put another like electronics factory in there or something. Yeah, because we need some engineers. And you can see when you click on the university, it tells you how many open slots are needed. So if you have it on training, it should automatically like weight it by how many you need. So I should be kicking out engineers, you know, fairly often. But I can just click right here and just say, hey, I want engineers right now. Which is what I think I'll do, because like I want those slots to get filled right away. And I may bump up the priority on this one. But because there's such few workers working in the other engineering buildings, they may take away from that, and I don't want to quite shut them down. Because I want to keep building a... machine parts buffer for that mohole. But things are going along pretty good. Yeah, it's just the dust storms that kind of are giving us fits with the water production and everything. So I do kind of want to discover moisture farming, but it's 20,000 research. I don't think we need to just yet. So let's get that one and that one just so we can start. And this might not be bad because we do need a way to build our own drones without ordering more from Earth.
Sector scanned.
Okay, so what do we need? We need a bunch of engineers. I want to send a I'm ready to send a passenger rocket. I need some engineers, I need some medics, and I need some scientists. Everything else we're kind of okay on. So let's set up a rocket. Go review. So we need a medic, yes. Lazy. And I think we do have that breakthrough that colonists have a 50% chance to lose a flaw on their way to Mars, but I don't know, sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. Engineer, yes, he will be working in a dome that has a medical building. Botanist, another scientist. I don't want to bring just seniors with no specialization. Yeah, you're lazy. Scientist, melancholic, workaholic, religious, yes. Gambler. We do need a geologist here and there. And now I need to focus on engineers, which there are like no engineers. Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll the dice with that one because I'm just not seeing many engineers. Okay, room for one more. I think I just want scientist. Let's do that. That seems good. Yeah, we have room for one more geologist. I mean, because we kind of do need to keep up our rare metal extraction. Yeah, we just need to fill these. So, once we start getting engineers to fill this building, I think I may just kick these guys out and then have them force them to go to university. We're almost there on this one. Ooh. Nice, some metal. And yeah, I do want to get like these metal sites starting to be extracted just so we can have that metal. Because like potential metal is useless. We need to actually extract it in order for it to be useful. And I was basing my solar farms on the potential metal that we could get. But we haven't actually extracted it yet. But we will.
Scanned.
And we got about 3 more sectors, I believe. 1 more. Yep. And we'll get a
Fault reported.
milestone achieved once we discover that last sector. Yeah, water's good. Oxygen's good. Maybe I want to add a couple more oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Research complete.
Planetary learning. Okay, so now what interplanetary learning does is now we can train the workaholic and hippie traits.
Sector scanned. Milestone achieved.
So I think I just want to do workaholics. That way we boost our production. I think that's the way to go. So we'll do that. Now, since we scanned all the sectors, what I'm going to do is I'm going to salvage a couple of these sensor towers.
New colonists have arrived. Cable fault.
But I will leave these ones up because what they do too is they are an early warning system against like meteor showers and dust storms and disasters like that. So I will definitely keep kind of the perimeter up. But other than that, they're pretty much useless. So, I mean, you don't have to. I'm just doing it for the extra electronics. Especially with the autonomous sensors technology that they have.
Cable fault reported.
Okay, I'm going to send this rocket back even though he's half full of rare metals. Because I want my rare metals going to my electronics factory, not my rocket right now. Because we're okay on funding. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe I don't need these many drones at this one. So let's bring it down to 5. And then
Cable fault reported.
let's just put the 5 here for now. We're getting there. We just need this research to start ticking over, and we're gonna get giant crops soon, which isn't. I probably shouldn't have done that one, because again, it's not very helpful. We've got plenty of food, although I mean I want to make sure I have a pretty good buffer, but 274 is fine. And I mean things are looking good. Let's drag this across.
Cable fault reported. Pipe leak reported.
We're starting to slowly get some graduates here. Maybe I kick these guys out. Force them to go to school. That would leave 5 here and 3 here. Engineers. I mean, I think it depends on how old they are. Middle-aged, adult.
Cable fault reported.
Yeah, if I had any youths here, I probably would do that. But since they're like middle-aged, yeah, I'm starting to run out of metals now. That's because I don't have my transport. No, let's do
Electrostatic
auto
dust storm
gather.
approaching.
Great. Another dust storm. But we got 3 days. We'll be alright.
Funding received.
I need a half metal. And then we'll be good. Need half of metal. That's it. Maybe I go after the deep metal extraction, so I can exploit deep deposits for metals and rare metals. So that means this deposit will open up, because you see how it's red. That means like I cannot get there with my current technology, but once I research that, then I'll be able to mine those. So let's finish giant crops. So let's get rid of that. Where's this guy? So you'll mine that one, you'll mine this one, and then I'll move you down so you can grab that one as well. And then I think I might want to let my transport do the rest.
We have an oxygen shortage. We have a water shortage.
Let's just turn this dome off so we don't see those power stuff. Although I do need vaporators before I either that or connect it up to these domes. I'm not sure if I want to do that. Because, I mean, if you're not careful, like, those metals can disappear. And because I've been going so gung-ho on solar panels and stuff and infrastructure, it could get me in trouble. But if it starts dropping down to like 500, then that's kind of when I want to pull back on the reins a little bit. But as of right now, we should be fine. So let's plan out this dome. We'll do, well, we don't have institutes, but we do want to do a couple research labs. And then I'll turn them off because I don't want these getting built yet. I do want...
Cable fault reported.
Let's see, what do I want? I'll start out with 3 apartments. 1, 2, 3. Pause. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I have the turn on off button set to a keybind. So I suppose I could have just like control clicked, but as long as I have different ways of doing things. So what do we need for services? We do need a grocer. Want a diner. It's just concrete, so that's fine. And I'm thinking if I put the medical center spire here, I don't have to put an infirmary. Do I want an infirmary? I don't know. Like, this is our birth dome. How are we on kids? Yeah, I mean, it's all a balancing act. Like, how do you weigh your decisions? What's valuable to you? What are you looking for in your colony, and what's the best way to achieve that? So, one thing I know people have trouble with in the later game is overpopulation, because their colonists are reproducing like rabbits. And so their population is growing exponentially. So I want to avoid like going down that rabbit hole. So I want to keep it controlled and within parameters that I can easily like change if need be. So that's kind of my fear of over expanding. So plus, I mean, we can always get colonists from Earth. It's just going to take a little longer. Yeah. because then we can get rid of... I mean, just put like a park in here then. Instead of the research lab. Yeah, because we're down to 3 scientists. Right? And we have 4 scientists. Where's my fourth scientist? It's not working here, are you? One, 2, 3, 4. Why are you working in the grocer? I forgot to put filters on these ones. Yeah, I only want no specialization people working here. I don't want specialized people working in a non-specialization building. So there's the... So who else did that free up then? Geologist, medic. So geologist, you can come over here, work here. And then medic, you can come over here and work here. You gotta keep an eye on your colonists. They can be quite dodgy at times. And there's the dust storm. But we're about to take over the giant crops. So once that happens, potatoes and wheat are the only giant crops that I have access to right now. Once I get the technology. So we'll just be changing potatoes to giant potatoes.
Research complete.
Yeah, there we go.
Vehicle battery low.
Giant potatoes. Oh, I forgot to change this over. Oh well. Like, again, we're not hard up for food, so it's not that big a deal. Okay, we got giant crops. Send you back here. Same with you.
Cable fault reported.
Yeah, water's fine. We've got a lot of storage for water, so that's good. Wonder if I want to add a Martian university here. Well, we do want open air gym. We do want, I'll turn it off for now. We do want casino. And we do want
Cable fault reported.
spacebar, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the medical center in this one, and then so instead of, I just put an art workshop there. I think that should be fine. All right, things are moving along. They are. We've got our kids' dome up and running. Yeah, we'll probably. So once this dome becomes operational, we'll probably want to start doing kids in here too. Or at least like a medical building to encourage colonists to start having kids.
Cable fault reported.
What? Yeah, maybe we want to go for this mole, so we can start pumping out rare metals. I think I'll put it like in here, so that way we've got rare metals, and although we probably need to find a new place to land our rockets. Maybe I'll put it right there. Excuse me. Ooh. Yeah, so we'll get science getting pumped out here, but that requires an influx of colonists. So let's see if I can I'll just pull one of you and have you work here. How's this looking?
Pipe leak reported.
Yeah, we're slowly but slowly churning out engineers. I think we just need to. Yeah, again, like I want to increase the birth rate, but you got to be careful with that because it can get out of hand very quickly if you're not vigilant. And by golly, I'm gonna be vigilant. I'm not liking our rare metals extraction rate. Maybe I open this up. We've got plenty of space. So I have 3, 7, 13. So 20. So I'd have to close like one spot here or one slot there because that'll be 21. So it's doable. All right, I think that's where we'll leave it off there. And I know things have been kind of boring the last episode or so. I hope you don't think it's boring, but it's just, again, it's laying the groundwork for future expansion. You don't want your colonists to run away from you. You don't want the birth rate getting out of control, because then it just becomes a whole different mess. You start putting them in domes and cutting off air supply and oxygen, and I mean, it's fun to a certain extent, but I'd rather just deal with it now and set up myself for the long game rather than deal with it later. So if you enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Anything that you want to say will definitely help. If not, you know what? I'll try to do better next time. And until then, same dad time, same dad channel. See you later.